Either writer, follow, 0, 0, Claver, play, button. Claver, pause,
Stinky
speech off.
sweater. We've all got that article of clothing we let stay out of the laundry a little too long. You know, that jacket, scarf, gloves, or that stinky sweater. The one I'm about to tell you all about. My stinky winky sweater. How I love my stinky winky sweater. My stinky winky sweater. How I can't live without my stinky winky sweater. Now, this won't be an intelligent story. In fact, this will be a silly story, ludicrous and absurd. So turn off your PC, take a sip of your iced tea, and let your hair down. My stinky sweater calls me from my office chair. I fart on it every day. I don't wash it, that's fair. It sits in the crack of my chair, gathering funk that I know is there. I toss my sweater on the floor when I come home. It doesn't matter if it's stepped on because I roam. I don't care if my sweater hangs in the bathroom. That's just another place that my sweater can find a perch. My stinky winky sweater. How I love my stinky winky sweater. Winky sweater. How I adore my stinky winky sweater. I drop my sweater on the ground outside. I swipe my sweater against the bushes as I slip by. My sweater sleeves are good napkins while my corners of mouth are stained with ketchup. Oh, my stinky sweater. You're so warm and feathered to fabric. Oh, stinky sweater. Lie on my floor, or I'll use you to open my door. You mop up greasy stains. You're my daily cheap clothing mane. My stinky sweater is black and cotton. It's got tattered sleeves and broken pockets. The drawstring has fallen out the hole. The hoodie looks like a big black cow. The graphics have long faded away. The blackest sports bleach spots. The fringes decayed. My sweater, TMI, smells like piss. Sorry, that's gross, but not a miss. But my sweater is cozy and so snug. It keeps me comfortable like a bug in a rug. Queen Angel hates that last expression. Yuck, poo, I don't blame her. My sweater would make anyone frown in expression. I know, just wash my sweater more often. Use liquid detergent and dryer sheets of perfume. Sweet scent, maybe buy a new sweater. Oh no, I can't do it. I love my stinky sweater too much. I'll just keep farting in my sweater's face. I'll keep wearing it outside as my blind eyes don't notice people's grimace. It's my little rebellion against common sense. My laziness, comfort, crash out, disgrace. 0 people sending out our love. Keep the peace all like a white dove. Though, come to think of it, a white dove smells better than my sweater. Thank you all. Enjoy the spring. Keep sub and stay all the way. Game double tap, going all the way. I love all you friends, trolls, devs, folks who keep the country running. Going back into my midtown dungeon cave to fart on my sweater for another day. Someone please wash this guy's sweater. Please, please, please.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to Dawncaster. The creatures of night have fallen asleep, and the heroes of dawn have arisen to break fast and prepare for their adventure. Thank you for joining me here on our adventure. Let's get ready to rumble. Well, everybody, we are back again. I know we haven't done a Dawncaster for quite some time, but welcome to TCG Thursdays, where we play tactical card games here. We've got a couple of more recent updates that have occurred for Dawncaster. I'm going to be talking about that today. And of course, keep coming back on Thursdays. and check out my playlist and my Cozy Gaming with Mike. I've got a ton of tactical card game episodes. Right now, we're playing Scoundrel, we're playing Dawncaster, and there's a couple of other games that I'm trying to learn how to play. It's taking me a minute. Again, remember, my creative process here is a situation where I've got to learn how to play the game, step one. Number two, I've got to make that process entertaining to you. Step three, I've got to edit it and make it manageable. Number four, I have to figure out a schedule where the games that I make can play in the channel in a way that works for what this channel brings you. I've heard a couple of comments that people think that the content might be a little more narrower, and it is, and that's for a specific reason. The reason being the four before mentioned steps. It's kind of part of how I do content creation on this channel. Yes, I could pretty much be all over the place, but I don't think that brings much to the table for all of you. Most of you, my audience, want me to focus in on several genres, new games, creative new updates, keeping an ear out for games that are fun, new, maybe games with brand new developers. So all of you want me to step on quite a few kind of flows. And what I do here in this channel is I not only focus in on new games, new flows, new developers, first-time developers, but I also continue to keep my older developers close. I like to make sure I cover their updates, I communicate with them, I hear back from them, I respond to all of you, I offer in my opinions, which are my way of offering suggestions to developers in a respectful manner. And I also continue to play the games because I personally love games. So some of my content, you might be like, well, he's only just playing this one game. Not really. I play many games. But what you're seeing is a game that has developed a following, a game that I can play well, and that I can incorporate into a really easy schedule. You're also hearing me play games a lot when the game makes it accessible and available for me to play at a moment's notice. Like, for instance, say this week I've had a very difficult week. I've got things to take care of in my own personal life. I've got things to take care of in my financial life. There might not be a new game that I can kind of fit into my schedule because I'm still working on its accessibility. I'm still working on learning how to play it. You're not going to hear as many new games when I'm still incorporating new games into my particular daily themes, weekly themes. But over time, as I learn to incorporate different games, you're going to hear more games in my schedule. Like you might notice, oh, there's a couple more TCGs. Or, hey, there's a couple more retro games. There's some more adventure games. There's more RP games. There's more building games. There's more audio games. Again, the games that I bring to you in the channel, I feel like have the highest level of entertainment for you. Yes, I could just play anything and just not really feel like I've done my due diligence. I just want to give you the best entertainment bang for your time buck. So time is the most valuable asset any human being has on this planet. You only have so much time, and you only have so much time left. You're never going to have more time. You're always going to have less time as your life moves forward. So I'm trying to give you the best entertainment and the most bang for your time buck. In addition, I'm trying to entertain you with what I have to offer you as a content creator here on YouTube. Most of my content is going to be focused in on blind, visually impaired, blind deaf, low vision games. I don't do much low vision commentary because I'm not low vision, I'm blind. So most of the things I'm going to bring to you are things that you can 100% play no matter what. I'm also going to focus in on content that allows everyone to play. So that means the whole cornucopia of different spectrum. So for the most part, what I do here in the channel is going to fit into a lot of boxes, But there might be some of you who want me to cover different consoles, different game systems. You might want me to bring in content from my other channel. Again, I'm going to basically talk about that in future kind of like commentary in future videos. But for the most part, I'm 100% laser focused in on entertaining you with content that's going to be consumable in mass by my almost 400 subscribers. And content that I can manage and grow here on the channel. If I do things that I can't manage, that I can't afford, that I can't financially handle, that I can't reasonably manage with mental and emotional and content focus, then I'm not doing any of you any favors. I want to give you content that I can manage successfully, that I can be consistent with, and entertain you consistently with. Keeping all that in mind, Dawncaster has been a wonderful series. I know the developer, Rick Vanderwild. They are absolutely amazing, a truly dedicated, genius developer, and they continue to support my community, the visually impaired, and other communities that I've mentioned before, and they continue to keep accessibility as a priority for our community. That means you should support them, purchase their expansions, support the game in the App Store by rating them 5 stars, give them some constructive feedback, like any of their videos, follow them on Discord, and continue to be a part of my community. By the way, when you support any game I play on this channel, you're supporting Dawncaster and Rick Vanderwild because I'm a supporter of their development and their games. So liking my videos, commenting on my videos, sharing my videos, following me on Discord and all my social media, and also following my representations of their games and my gameplay and content creation, that's supporting Dawncaster. And you're supporting Rick Vanderwild as a developer. Stay with me on these games, and we'll keep pushing these games forward, which means when you support me, you support them, and when you support them, you support new development, new games, new expansions, new sequels. So that's what I'm saying here. And also when you like my videos, when you give me multiple likes, comments, you're telling me as a channel friend, as a viewer, as an audience, that you want me to play this game more often. The easiest way to communicate with me is to like my videos. That tells me you like what I'm doing. The more involved process of telling me that you like what I'm doing is to comment. And the even more involved process is when you completely watch the video. You watch it from minute 0 to minute 60. Usually my videos are anywhere from 60 minutes and down. However, sometimes my videos can range from 60 minutes to 120 minutes, even sometimes longer than that. But today we're going to be talking about Dawncaster. Dawncaster's gotten some really amazing updates. For instance, they've made it so that those who are new players have a much easier time getting into the game, as well as the fact that there's a new achievement system, which is fantastic. On top of that, there is a more transparent understanding for the fate shards. There's an easier reward system. There's an easier unlocking system. And there's so much more new content. There's a community card situation that's becoming much more transparent. So there are so many things that is making Dawncaster even better every day. Today we're going to be playing our Adaptation Warrior because until we complete our Adaptation Warrior run, which I'm not willing to abandon, because every time I complete a run, I open up more opportunities. Besides, as a player of Dawncaster, I like to complete a run. So if that takes several months for me to complete a run, it takes several months. Keep in mind, Dawncaster has content that is a little shorter. So if you're kind of not ready to do a whole adventure, which could take you several weeks, there's also some weekly challenges that are a little bit more difficult, but also are quicker. So take a look at the daily or weekly challenges. They're a lot more difficult. And also keep in mind there's difficulty modes. So if you want to be challenged, you want to be hit harder, you want to kind of push yourself to the limit, there are difficulty modes. Also, we're going to go ahead and check out the news because it's always good to listen to the news for Dawncaster. And I'm going to be offering some IMOs. So IMOs, in other words, in my opinion, are my ways I feel like Dawncaster can improve itself, grow, and have a little bit more impact and connection with its audience. If you agree, that's cool. If you don't agree, that's totally cool. Again, keep in mind I offer these IMOs with full and utter respect for the developer. I love what this developer does. I think everything they do with this game is a testament to their skill, ingenuity, genius, kindness, and accessibility to my community. With that said, let's go ahead and turn the game on. We're going to be talking about some of the new effects. We have Luther the Loot Mouse here. Hi, Luther. Luther's excited because we haven't played Dawncaster in a long time. Filming this on a Wednesday, this will either go up on a Thursday following this Wednesday or next Wednesday. It really depends on if I am up on my editing. I don't like to rush my editing because I want my editing to be clean. I want the music that I include from 0% people to be clean. I want to be able to talk.
Game
and
mode
if
on.
an episode gets too
Rocket
long,
fill,
I might be splitting it into two
Swipe
episodes.
up or direct touch area. Press
But
to continue.
I'm going to go ahead and start my timer. I've set it for an hour. So now we're set. What I'm doing now with my timer, I was starting it before I started playing. And then that would make a disproportionate amount of my talking interfere with gameplay. So what I'm doing now is instead of turning my timer on, I'm turning my timer on after I finish talking and doing introductions. All right, let's get on to the game. Give me 1 second.
Store. Rewards. New game. Daily 2 times
Okay.
shirts available. Bounties.
Now we're all set.
Leaderboards. Run history in the
Let's
weekly
get
challenge.
going here.
Codex. Join the Discord server.
I
Settings.
think the sound should
Your
come
fattest
in a
amount.
second.
Your fattest amount. Settings. Join the Discord. News and
There
Codex.
we go. Sound
News and
just
updates.
come on. All right, let's
Announcing
check
the Nexus
out
of
what
Nightmares
the news is.
4/22/2026 Hail Wanderer. It's been a while, but we're back with another big one. Today we're thrilled to reveal the next chapter in the Dawncaster saga. Nexus of Nightmares, our 6th expansion, takes you to the dark realm between sleep and waking, where an ancient presence wakes from a long, deep slumber, an event causing the fragile veil between dreams and reality to blur. Nexus of Nightmares returns us to the regular DLC format. 3 new areas to explore, each with their own atmosphere, inhabitants, and secrets. New enemies with the singular purpose of extinguishing your hopes and dreams. To balance things out, you might also find aid from a new phase to join the ranks of possible allies to fight the evils of Ethos alongside you. Nexus of Nightmares will be available as a $5.99 expansion on iOS, Android and Steam in July 2026. Synthesis Minnesota as always. The expansion launches side by side with a free mini expansion consisting of 64 brand new cards, available to everyone for free. These cards extend the archetypes introduced in Synthesis and offer new interactions and new ways to break the game. We'll start unveiling more details and cards in the weeks leading up to launch, so keep an eye on the Dawncaster Discord. Thank you all for sticking with us on this journey. Dawncaster is what it is today because of you, and we can't wait to show you what's been keeping us up at night. Until then, sweet dreams.
Oh, that's so cute. Again, that's absolutely awesome. Rick Vanderwild is just absolutely amazing and genius.
Announcing the Nexus of
developer.
Nightmares. Close news.
So,
Close news.
Nexus of Nightmare,
News and updates.
that's going to be
Codex.
in our title.
Leaderboards. Run history in the weekly bounties.
Yeah, what we need to do is start understanding what card sets are coming. Again, we got 64 new cards coming in July. We get the expansion, Nexus of Nightmare, in July. And of course, I will be hyping it. I really encourage all of you to join the Discord so that you can weigh in. Also, there's community card contests, all kinds of things that you can participate in. So I strongly encourage you to become part of this great, awesome community. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get into our gameplay, but first let's check out what other things are around. Let's close our news. Let's check out bounties. Now, what bounties are ways for you to do certain activities when you play. And when you do that, you earn fate shards. Bounties are awesome. Now, I'm going to offer an IMO. I'd really love to see bounties not be so limited. I'd love bounties to be at least maybe 7 to 10. Excuse me so much. I think bounties are way too limited. I don't think there's any reason why we can't open up more bounties. I'd love to see bounties, which are basically quests, be a little bit more wide scoping. For instance, each bounty, I'd like to see multiple tasks included in the bounties. I'd also like to make easier and harder bounties. So bounties are already pretty good. They're good where they are, so I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them. But I'd love to open them up much more. Have more things to do in the bounties, have harder, have easier, and more things to do. I'd also like to say there's something really, really good I'd like to say should be added to Dawncaster. This is going to be IMO number 2. I'd love to have an action log or a combat log or a data log that tells me everything that I'm accomplishing. How many fate shards I've just received today, how many fate shards I've received over the last week, month, year. I'd love to see logs that tell me what classes I've unlocked, which game modes I've completed. I'd love to see more data. Now, I really don't want the developer to have to just kind of pay for tons of logs, but I'd like it if maybe the players could pay $2-3 to have an action log. And of course, Nexus of Nightmare at the very, very low frugal price of like $5-6. We're all over that. I'd like to see the developers set it up so that people can buy the updates in advance. So that's my IMO number 3. I really want to see that happen. So that way the developer has all the money up front, and everyone who wants to participate in the update, maybe they can get access to the update early. Some other things I'd like to do is keep expanding possible non-gameplay modes in Dawncaster. Like we have the sun, it's called the sun something well. I love that mode. I love the daily kind of like stuff you do. I would love to see more modes, like maybe a best score for a single level. I'd love to have a single level mode put into the game. You basically have a high score board, and your character would complete to do the best job on a single level. And you'd get bonus points, and you could unlock special cards. This is going to require a lot of work to implement. Obviously, this is not something that can happen overnight, but I'd love to see your character unlock modes. And of course, with the new mode,
daily 2 times status shirts available. Your next run, new game.
There's going to be
Rewards.
3 new different
Store.
places that
Continue.
unlock. I don't
Continue.
know yet where
Store.
those are
Rewards.
going to
New
unlock,
game.
but I'm
Daily 2 times
super
fat bounties.
excited about that.
Your fat assured amount, 9,200. Return to main menu.
Is going to be amazing.
Open side menu.
Again,
Time
the
until
last
bounties
time they
reset.
did
14
that
hours,
was
3 minutes, and 19 seconds.
Absolutely awesome, because it gave us so many
Open side menu.
different
Return to
places
main menu.
travel.
Your fat assured amount. Your fat assured amount. Return to
So
open
yeah,
side menu. Time until
Dawncaster
bounties
is
reset.
just
14 reroll.
growing
8 reroll.
into just
Card
one
hunter.
of the deepest, most complex, beautiful, lore-filled card strategy games
Reroll.
out
8
there.
time until
It's
bounties reset.
just
14 reroll.
absolutely
Ancient
amazing,
studies.
and I know I've been emphasizing this very much today. All right, so let's check out what things
Reroll.
we can
Card
do
hunter.
as a side mission.
Reroll. Radiant Warmonger. Ancient studies. Imbue 5/10 enchantments.
Oh, that's cool. They have a new timer for bounties. Okay, now we have the bounties menu. Let's see what we have. What bounties do we have available today? Okay, we got Ancient Studies. I forgot what that does. We have Card Hunter. That's pretty simple. Just find the card they ask you to, and you'll get a completion on this. Radiant Warmonger. I think that has something to do with holy cards. Okay, we're working
Card hunter.
on this
Find
one.
and acquire
This is a
junkyard card.
long-term quest. I'd love to see more shorter quests, but I also IMO number 5. I'd like to see more rewards. So let's make some of these daily games a little shorter.
Radiant Warmonger. Gain 20 or more anger in a single combat.
Really nice cards that can be used for certain modes. There's no reason why every card has to fit every mode. We could make certain modes use certain cards. Maybe the community could weigh in some cards that help players get higher scores. I'd like to make gameplay modes a little shorter, but I also want to keep the long gameplay modes because they're magnificent. So I want both short gameplay mode and longer gameplay mode. Okay, that's pretty easy to get, but we're not going to get it. I don't know if we're going to get that on this run, but Junkyard card's pretty easy.
Bounties.
Just play a
Achievements.
rogue, you get that card right away. We might play a rogue on our next playthrough.
Bounties. Achievements.
That's really easy. Just
Achievements.
play a warrior. Getting anger
Bounties.
is super easy.
Achievements.
So
Lock.
again, I really
Infused power.
want to
Upgrade a card 10 times. 40 FS.
making the
Lock.
these particular side quests. Or
Infused
side
power.
missions
Upgrade a
or
card 10
quests
times.
really
40 FS.
easy. If you're familiar with Dawncaster, you learn how to get these rewards pretty quickly. And if you're a new
My savior.
player,
Saved by
there's
Ola
no
Skybringer.
better
10
way
FS.
to earn fate shards than completing bounties. So jump in there, dive in, and have some fun.
One trick
All right,
pony.
we're
Upgrade a
done
card
with
25 times.
looking at
40
bounties.
FS.
Let's go ahead and exit. Okay, we do have achievements. I'm going to take a quick peek at achievements. Excuse me. Okay, so we have achievements. So these achievements are great. Looks like these are really some nice long-term questing goals. So 10 FF, so I'm not really sure what some of the terms are, but we'll figure it out. Ooh, that's really cool. So these are some achievements you can do. I really, really like that. Acronyms, not my favorite thing when it comes to games because unless my rotor allows me to read it as a blind player, acronyms are my worst enemies until I figure them out. My 6 IMO is that I'd really love Dawncaster to explain its updates. Yes, you can go to the Discord community. Yes, they're very open-minded and very free-flow. But I'd really love to know exactly what the update is and exactly what the acronyms mean. So if we could turn on or off a little bit more information about new lore, new features. Tell me what these acronyms mean. Codex seems like the more logical place to go, but Codex, you never know what you're going to get out of it. It's very helpful, but I think the Codex is the best place to explain new acronyms for new gameplay modes. So I'm going to say pretty much this problem's already solved, but yes, that's kind of what I'm feeling. What Adventure to Fate does for Touchman is that they'll tell you right away what all the updates are once you open the app. It will say update X.
That will leave a mark. That will leave a mark. Deal 50 or more damage in a single hit. 40 FS.
Updates, new classes, new monsters. And then once they explain all that, you just click done or double tap done and it's cleared. Same thing with Dawncaster. Dawncaster could just separate the update information and give you a much more detailed period kind of thing. So I call this the dev update information. What Dawncaster does is they kind of just tell you what's happened, like, hey, new update, enjoy. I'd like to have a much more detailed update log that tells me exactly, down to every detail of what's going to be offered in the new update.
That will leave a mark. Deal 5. One trick pony. My savior. Infused power. Lock. Achievements.
These achievements
Bounties.
are really cool.
Achievements unlocked.
Again,
Open side menu. Return to main menu.
Dawncaster, don't slack on the achievements. Keep
Continue.
adding them. I really want to see Dawncaster with hundreds of achievements because there are literally hundreds of ways to play. May I offer some more suggestions? Different card decks, cards included in a single deck, please include more of those in your achievement logs. Again, maybe a deck with all monsters, maybe a deck with one monster and all magic. I love to see many different deck types and builds included in achievements. All right, so we've looked at achievements.
Continue.
Let's go ahead and close that.
Press to continue. Obsidian Garden. Obsidian Garden, the silhouette of the foreboding fortress known as the Onyx Cathedral, towers out above the smoke-filled ramparts. Inside, the horrors of decades of demon infestation reveal themselves, even corrupting the once beautiful garden surrounding the entrance to the Citadel's inner sanctuary.
All right, now that we're done looking at our side menus, and this is the point where if you wanted to, you could change difficulty modes and that will go into effect. But for the most part, I've also felt that the difficulty modes, once you move past the easy mode, they are quite difficult. One thing Dawncaster doesn't have to worry about is making the game challenging. This game
Obsidian Garden, the silhouette of the foreboding fortress known as the Onyx Cathedral, towers out above the smoke-filled exploration.
All right, let's go ahead
Player
and
gold,
continue,
player gold 302.
and we'll continue with our Adaptation Warrior.
Player health 125.
So yeah, we're in
Show
the
deck.
Obsidian
Cards
Garden.
currently in deck 19. Show character sheet.
We've done really well with our Adaptation Warrior.
Show Blackroot Hatavine Razor Sharp Thorns to trap the unwary.
Tapping and rolling. I've been face rolling everything.
Player gold 302. Player health 1. Show deck. Cards current. Fetch weapon.
Awesome.
STR1. Draw a basic attack from your deck, then upgrade it by 1. Unique. Memorized action. Legendary. Red. Tooltips. Unique. You can only play one card with this name per combat. All enchantments are unique. Memorized. This card always starts at the top of your deck. Upgrade. Upgraded cards deal 1 additional damage per upgrade.
We've got a pretty good amount of gold. Let's take a look at our deck. So this is what I always do. So some of you like it, some of you hate it, but I usually like to review all of my resources, review my deck, and
Melee Mastery. STR1. Choose a melee action from your deck. This turn, whenever you make a basic attack, play a copy of the chosen card instead. Action. Legendary. Red. Tooltips. Delve. Select one of 3 randomly selected cards.
Let's take a look at our deck.
Adaptive Edge. Upgrades plus 25. STR1. Deal star 30 star damage. On hit. Adapt this melee action. Rare. Red. Tooltips. Adapt. 0/5. Cards with available adaptation slots can be adapted to gain additional effects when played. These effects range from additional damage to a unique bonus whenever the attack hits your foe. On hit. Requires the attack to have hit the target and dealt damage.
This is a great card. Again, legendary. I do believe it's the highest level of card. This is a great card, though I feel like it should be a bit stronger. I don't really feel it's a legendary.
Cleaving card. Upgrades plus 15. STR2. Deal star 21 star damage. Attack again for each adaptation. 0 melee action. Rare. Red. Tooltips. Adapt. 0/3. Cards with available adaptation slots can be adapted to gain additional effects when played. These effects range from additional damage to a unique bonus whenever the attack hits your foe.
Everything about a warrior's deck is about adaptation. It's about adding effects to cards. That's the whole
Rage Forge. STR1. This combat. Gain 1 anger whenever you adapt a card enchantment. Rare.
Again,
Red. Tooltips. Unique. You can only play one card with this name per combat. All enchantments are unique.
Don't expect to have all features or all different cards unlocked. You have to unlock these cards. You have to work hard to find these cards. Cleave is a good card. I do use it. I'm still learning some of these adaptation cards. Cleave is a card I would say I understand, but I think there's a deeper understanding there for me to learn.
Steel Evolution. STR2. Adapt all cards. If those cards are in your hand, adapt them again. Action. Rare. Red.
This is a great card. Now, do you remember our the things we're working on, the little side mission where we're doing those little quests to do certain things, like we need to gain 20 anger in a single round. This is one of the cards that can help us complete one of our missions. I love anger.
Life 1. Draw a card.
Really
if it can be adapted, add the draining adaptation action. Uncommon. Red. Tooltips. Adapt. Cards with available adaptation slots can be adapted to gain additional effects when played. These effects range from additional damage to a unique bonus whenever the attack hits your foe.
It's very
Draining.
helpful. Let's move on to the next card. This is a great card. Again, it double downs on adaptation.
Coiled Strike.
and it's going to
Upgrades
do
plus
the same
15.
thing a
STR
couple
1.
times.
Deal star 18 star damage.
Good
Start of turn.
card.
Adapt this.
It
Persistent melee action.
definitely fits
Uncommon.
into this
Red.
deck.
Tooltips.
And if
Persistent.
you're
Cards with
doing
persistent
an
don't get discarded at the end of the turn and cannot be
adaptation
buried.
deck,
Adapt.
almost
0
every
slash 5.
card
Cards with
should be
available adaptation slots can be adapted to gain additional
adaptation
effects when played. These effects range from
Let's
additional
move on to
damage
the next
to a unique
card.
bonus whenever the attack hits your foe.
Blood Crunch is a good card. Adaptation Warriors are incredibly powerful. They don't usually need much help, but there's nothing wrong with making sure your HP is topped off. Let's move on to the next card.
Master of Crafts. STR1. Delve in adaptation. Adapt all cards in hand with the chosen adaptation action. Uncommon. Red. Tooltips. Delve. Select one of
This
3
is
randomly
an okay
selected cards.
card. Again, it's not a card you can't. It's not a card that you absolutely have to have. You could drop this card and get this card back. Pretty much in Dawncaster, whatever cards you're going after, the AI
Deal
is going to
strikes.
kind of
Upgrades plus 4. STR1. Deal star 5 star damage. On hit. Gain STR for each adaptation. 0 melee action. Uncommon. Red. Tooltips. Adapt. 0 slash 4. Cards with available adaptation slots can be adapted to gain additional effects when played. These effects range from additional damage to a unique bonus whenever the attack hits your foe.
Similar nature. That's a pretty much tried and true method when it comes to RPGs and roguelikes. Let's go ahead and move on to the next card. Okay, this is a great card for an adaptation deck. It's going to give your cards more adaptations, which is what you want for an adaptation deck, right? Enough said? Move on to the next card.
Bonus Weep. Upgrades plus 19. STR1. Deal star 22 star damage. Frenzy. Add an adaptation slot. Up to 5 melee action. Common. Red.
This is a
Tooltips.
much more
Adapt. 0 slash 3.
powerful
Cards with
card
available
to
adaptation
trade
slots can be
as
adapted to
far
gain additional
as
effects when played.
rarity.
These effects
I
range
feel
from
like
additional
this
damage
card
to a
could
unique
be
bonus whenever the
truly
attack hits your foe.
broken,
Frenzy. Frenzy is active when you've
increasing
taken damage
your
during your
strength,
turn.
making your melee attacks just devastating. This is a great card, and I strongly encourage you to experiment with it. One of the best things in Dawncaster is the ability to experiment with decks. Who cares if you lose? Long as you find a secret, a way to play, a different way to play, a way to quash your weaknesses and improve your strengths. Experimentation is vital to your progress in Dawncaster. Good
Brutalizing
card.
Strike.
Frenzy's
Upgrades plus
an
14.
effect
Neutral
that
3.
needs
Deal
to
star
be
26 star damage.
utilized
Costs
more.
neutral less for each
I'm really
adaptation.
glad
0 melee
they're
action. Common.
incorporating
Red.
some of the
Tooltips.
older
Adapt.
effects.
0 slash 5.
Yes,
Cards with
they're
available
bringing
adaptation
new
slots can be
effects
adapted to
into
gain
the
additional
game,
effects when played.
new
These effects range from additional
but
damage
some of
to a
the
unique
older
bonus whenever the attack hits your foe.
archetypes
On hit.
and
Requires the
basic
attack to have hit the target
gameplay
and dealt
builds
damage.
are still viable, and I still want to see those
Pull from fire.
gameplay builds
STR1.
be
Draw a card.
utilized.
If it's a melee action, add an
Again,
adaptation slot
one
action.
of the
Common. Red.
IMOs I mentioned earlier, and I'm going to re-emphasize that IMO number 7. Let's support the ancient and older archetypes with new cards that build on those old archetypes. Let's not stop people from playing in the other ways, the old school ways of play. Good
Runehammer.
card.
Upgrades plus
Works well
42.
on my
Neutral
deck.
1. Deal star 45 star damage. On hit. Adapt a card in your hand melee basic attack. Common. Brown. Tooltips. Adapt. 0 slash 4. Cards with
This
available
is a
adaptation slots can be adapted to gain
card.
additional
It's
effects when played.
definitely
These
a
effects
card
range from
that,
additional damage to a unique bonus
deserves
whenever the
a
attack hits your
place
foe.
in
On
your
hit. Requires the
adaptation
attack to
deck.
have hit the target and dealt damage.
When you use this card, you not only mill through your deck faster, but you also open up an adaptation slot on the card, if you can, that you draw into your hand.
Runehammer.
And this
Upgrades plus
card is
37.
cheap,
Neutral 1.
it's not
Deal star
hard
40
to
star
find.
damage. On
You
hit.
could
Adapt a card in your hand
actually
melee basic
probably
attack.
run 2 or 3
Common.
of
Brown.
these in your
Tooltips.
deck,
Adapt.
depending
0
on
slash 2.
how
Cards
fast
with
you
available
want your
adaptation
deck
slots
to
can be
operate.
adapted to gain additional effects when played.
I've not
These effects
found
range
that
from additional damage
adaptation
to a
decks
unique
are
bonus whenever the
slow,
attack
so
hits your
I
foe.
don't need
On
to
hit.
run
Requires the
more
attack to
than
have hit the
one of
target
these.
and dealt damage.
Runehammer is your weapon for the Adaptation Warrior. Again, as you can hear, Fetch Weapon is giving you lots of upgrade points on these weapons. I'm going to give you a nice pro tip. You don't have to spend upgrades at the blacksmith with an adaptation deck. But as long as you get Fetch Weapon, you're getting all the upgrades you can use, not to mention my super weapon upgrades as well. These are just incredibly great ways to upgrade that are free. So save your money for things like
upgrades plus 43, neutral 1, Runehammer. Upgrades plus 41, neutral 1, deals Surge of Strength. Gain SDR and 1 health. Action, common, red, tooltips. Weapon sense. SDR 1, make a basic attack. Enter adaptive stance action, common, red, tooltips. Adaptive stance. Cards deal additional damage for each of its adaptation slots. You are immune to disarm.
For your particular deck, if you save your money and don't, expend too much money paying for blacksmith upgrades. Blacksmith upgrades are great if you're a new player and you don't yet know alternative ways to get upgrades. But if you play your deck correctly, you don't need to spend 50 gold at a blacksmith. There's other ways to upgrade your deck. Let's go ahead and keep moving. Okay, so we passed by one of our
closed deck list.
Energy increasers. Everyone gets 2 of those when they start. You can keep 1, you don't need 2. Some people like 2, 3. I've found that with this deck, I only need 1 energy increaser. And of course you heard, I usually like to make sure I keep 5 to 6 weapons. So don't cut down on your basic attacks too much. Now we have a really cool card, Weapon Sense, which is our own stance for an adaptation deck. Have at least 1 of these in your deck. It's very valuable. If you're just overcautious, you could run 2.
Show deck. Cards currently in deck 19.
2 is unnecessary. Okay, and that's it for this deck. This deck, I do believe, runs about 19 to 20 cards. Maybe if you grab a couple of extra legendaries that are quite good, you might be anywhere from 20 to 23. I don't advise you to make this deck too big.
Shine A Strange statue stands out from its surroundings.
To run when you're dealing with a weekly trial that maybe is a little difficult. Transitioning a little bit into an adaptation deck is quite useful. All right, I think we're done analyzing the deck. And if we have to go to the character sheet, we will. But let's go ahead and jump out.
Use weapon power. Shine A Strange statue stands out from its black root Hadavine razor sharp thorns to trap the unwary. Mini boss fundaments are more mushroom than man.
Let's see what pathways we can choose. You get 3 to 4 pathways to choose when you're moving throughout an area. Keep in mind, some pathways are harder than others. But if you really want to grow and become powerful, you want to complete everything. I'm sort of a completionist in that respect. And shrines and really opportunities, those are things you're going to want to knock out first, because they don't always stay up unless you have a skill that keeps them up. I'm going to see what the 3 offers are. It sounds like Shrine. Okay, so this, when I decided for the garden, I wanted to do it because I haven't done the garden in a while. I find the garden is pretty easy, but the bosses are kind of difficult because number 1,
player gold 3. Shine A Strange statue stands out from. Use weapon power. Versatile weapon activate to add a permanent adaptation slot to any melee card in your deck. Cards can hold up to 5 adaptation slots.
Like they'll build up some special toggle or event or particular currency, and then they're going to launch a devastating
Show characters. Use weapon power. Versatile. I can use this power again after 2 battles.
Knock your socks off for sure. I really good at the basic.
Shine A Strange statue stands out from its surroundings.
Dungeon, and I'm really good at some of the
Julius,
other,
Shrine of Trickery, a strange
like,
statue stands. Shrine of Trickery, a strange statue stands alone in an otherwise deserted area. It's difficult to determine the number of figures are depicted in the blackened shrine, as faces seem to constantly shift, almost as if they mocking those who try to find shape in their chaos.
We might want to make sure whether or not we need to use our super. Hey, this is really good. So this particular super adds a permanent adaptation slot. So let's see if I have it available. Okay, I've got to go 2 more battles and then I can add a permanent adaptation slot. Let's go to Shrine. So again, some of the things that happen
Examine the
in
shrine.
Dawncaster are related to your
Transform
choices.
a card.
There's
Lead.
opportunities, and these
Lead.
opportunities, and also there's special levels that open up depending on what card expansion you're using that might open up certain effects, and those effects remain the whole game. So I think in my particular situation, all shrines become a certain thing. That might have been a choice
Transform
I
a
made,
card.
and I cannot tell you what I've chosen.
Examine the shrine.
Because I've been playing certain
Shrine of Trickery, a strange
particular
statue.
runs
Examine the
for
shrine.
Weeks.
Shrine of
Some
Trickery, the
runs
shrine
I
allows you
play
to alter
for
a card
months.
unpredictably.
Again, I
Some students
will
of
not
chaos might even be able to
remember
harness the
everything.
conflux in interesting
Maybe
ways.
one day I'll keep some notes and be able to go back and tell you what choices I've made. So we can examine the shrine, which means we have a chance of interpreting it and getting a certain benefit. Now, do not accept certain trickeries because it could
Transform
screw
a card.
up your whole gameplay.
Lead.
It only takes one bad decision to kind of screw up your whole run. We could transform a card.
Transform a card. Lead.
We can examine a shrine.
Exploration. Use weapon power. Use weapon power. Use weapon power. Versatile weapon activate to add a permanent adaptation slot to any melee. Blackroot Dryad, the thorniest flower in the garden. Obsidian statue, a beautifully carved campsite, a brief respite from the perils of adventure.
Okay, so we can change a card. This is really, really risky.
Obsidian statue, a beautifully carved statue, entwined with vines.
Which means your intelligence needs to be high enough. I would just leave this alone. And Adaptation warriors are not really the highest intelligence creatures, so I don't know if I have any way to interpret this trickery shrine. So I'm not going to transform a card unless I have the ability to understand what I'm transforming it into. So I'm going to leave.
Blackroot Dryad, the thorniest flower in the garden.
Okay, so we have a campsite. We'll save that because we're not. Really
Obsidian statue, a beautifully carved statue, entwined with vine. Entwined statue amidst the black vines and ghostly. Entwined statue amidst the black vines and ghostly glow of deadly plant life stands the statue of an angel. Thick vines are wrapped around its limbs, but they do not diminish the pride the sculptor wanted to eternalize in the dark stone itself.
Often, so a lot of the stuff I don't know. So just don't offer too many spoilers. Those of you who are channel friends and kind of know it, a lot of people when they play Dawncaster have never played it. They've never heard the story. By the time they're done, a year later, they will have heard every story hundreds of times.
Entwined statue, continue.
I don't like to
Entwined statue as you admire the statue. It suddenly twists its head into an unnatural angle. Greetings, sister. It's been a while. I'm glad you've made it this far once more. I've started to look forward to our little ellipsis entanglements.
Check out the obsidian statue.
Who are you? Attack the statue.
So this is all about fallen angels from heaven and things like that, and they're just sent into
Attack the statue.
their more demonic opposite life. Again,
Who are you? Attack the statue.
Really
An enemy gains melee ward enchantment.
because
Enemy
the
gains range ward
stories are
enchantment.
quite
Adapted
different.
edge with blast. Your turn. End turn.
Okay. So we can attack the statue.
Fetch weapon. STR1.
We can
Draw a
talk
bait.
to the
Rune of
statue.
Brutalizing strike. Rage force.
Again,
STR1.
careful.
Gone is weak. Upgrades plus. Enemy name statue of Ilthur. Enemy health 112. Enemy energy 0. Enemy hand attack. Heal. Attack. Enemy description. A menacing humanoid figure with dark purple skin and a muscular build. Large. Wing-like structures extend from its back, composed of curved, organic shapes. The being is draped in tattered, flowing garments. Red energy emanates from its eyes and traces along its body. Its posture is both regal and threatening, with arms slightly outstretched. The creature's appearance combines demonic and angelic elements, implying a complex and potentially divine or infernal nature.
So this one's got a melee and a range ward. That does not sound good. Again, before you fight a monster that you're not familiar with, check out its abilities.
Press for detailed enemy information. Enemy health 112. Enemy energy 0. Enemy hand attack. Heal. Attack. Enemy description. A menacing humanoid figure. Enemy status. Melee ward, melee actions and melee basic attacks can't deal more damage than your anger. 0.
So yeah, you get these really amazing descriptions which not only offer you strategy tips, but information about its lore, descriptions of its looks, and something like clues that give you an idea of what to expect in the fight. Okay, so now we have the tip. We have to get really angry to hurt this creature. And again, this creature is an angelic being that has basically fallen. So it's going to have something it wants you to do. It's going to want you to engage in an impetuous or emotional or
enemy status, ranged ward, ranged actions and settings.
That's what
enemy status, melee, enemy name statue of Ilthur. Enemy status, melee ward, melee actions and melee basic. Enemy description, enemy hand attack, enemy energy 0, fetch weapon, STR 1, draw a basic, Runehammer, upgrades plus 37, neutral 1, deal star 40 star damage, brutalizing strike, upgrades plus 14, neutral 3, deal, rage forge, STR 1, this combat, gain 1 anger whenever you adapt a card enchantment, rare, red, tooltips, unique, you can only play 1 card with this name per combat, all enchantments are unique.
The ability to fetch a card. I have fetch weapon.
Brutalizing strike, rage forge, STR 1, this combat, gain 1 anger whenever you adapt a card enchantment, rare, red, tooltips, unique, you can only play 1 card with this name per combat, all enchantments are unique.
That would be very useful to this deck in case there's a situation where I need a certain card to deal with a boss.
Bonus week.
So
Upgrades plus 9. Enemy name statue of bonus. Rage Forge. ST. You gain Rage Forge enchantment. Bonus week. Upgrades plus 19. STR 1. Deal star 22 star damage. Frenzy. Add an adaptation slot. Up to 5 melee action. Common. Red. Tooltips. Adapt. 0/3. Cards with available adaptation slots can be adapted to gain additional effects when played. These effects range from additional damage to a unique bonus whenever the attack hits your foe. Frenzy. Frenzy is active when you've taken damage during your turn.
Rage Forge is going to be very important.
Brutalizing Strike, Runehammer, fetch weapon, STR 1, Runehammer, select card, Runehammer, upgrades plus 41, neutral 1, Runehammer, upgrades plus 43, neutral, Runehammer, upgrades plus 42, neutral 1, Runehammer, Runehammer, upgrades plus 41, neutral 1, Runehammer upgraded.
Rage Forge first.
Brutalizing Strike. Upgrades plus Runehammer. Upgrades plus 37. Neutral 1. End turn. Runehammer. Upgrades. Enemy has blocked this attack. Brutalizing Strike. Upgrades plus 14. Neutral 3. Deal star 26 star damage. Costs neutral less for each adaptation. 0 melee action. Common. Red. Tooltips. Adapt. 0/5. Cards with available adaptation slots can be adapt. End turn.
So that deep, 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 deep little click of the hammer to your weapon, which is laying on an anvil, is really sweet music because every time you upgrade your weapons, you get stronger and you do more damage. What I think is going on is that I actually can't do any damage until my anger goes up. So if you want to know what your anger is, you actually have a status bar that runs down the right side of the screen, and you get to it, which is really great from the developer. If you're a voiceover user, it's simplicity itself to move from one element to another in Dawncaster. Dawncaster is the friend of voiceover, because not only has the developer spent a lot of time characterizing all the UI elements, but they've also enriched them so that when you're a voiceover user, you're not getting that overlap. You know that sound you get from most games where the UI bleeds into one element? What Rip did is that he made sure that each element is unique and it's clean. The sounds are separated, they're compartmentalized. The UI elements are crispy,
Brutalizing
clean,
Strike.
crunchy,
Bonus
crunchy.
Weed. Upgrades
So
plus Runehammer.
everything is
Upgrades.
clean.
Player enchantment.
You know
Rage
what's
Forge this
going on.
combat. Gain 1 anger whenever you adapt a
The
card.
music and sound effects are individually controlled, so you control how much noise you want. To me, I love the voiceover, I love the sound effects, I have them all pumped up. But obviously, when I'm not playing by myself, I'm playing with you. So I make sure that my controls are reasonably set. So I don't want my sound effects to be too loud. I don't want my sound effects to be too quiet. I don't want my music to be too loud, but yet I do want to hear it.
Enemy name Statue of Ilther.
So what
Enemy
I'm
health
gonna do is I'm gonna
112.
check
Enemy energy
what
0.
my
Enemy hand
status
attack.
effects
Heal.
are.
Player enchantment.
That-
Rage Forge
that's
this combat.
status effects.
Gain 1 anger whenever you.
Status.
Runehammer. Upgrades plus 44. Bonus. Brutalizing Strike. End turn.
Okay, so what we're going to want to do in order to beat this angel is to get as much cards.
Brutalizing Strike. Upgrades plus 14.
Adapted,
Neutral 3.
adapted,
Deal star 26 star damage.
adapted,
Costs neutral less for each
adapted,
adaptation.
or
0 melee
ad-
action. Common. Red.
or
Tooltips.
adapted,
Adapt.
which is-
0/5. Cards with available
So,
adaptation slots can be adapted to game. Bonus weed. Upgrades plus 19.
Wait, that
STR1.
calls
Deal star
for
22 star damage. Frenzy. Add an adaptation slot. Up to 5 melee action. Common. Red. Tooltips.
Mike
Adapt.
Speaks.
0/3. Cards with available. Brutalizing. Bonus weed.
All right.
Upgrades plus
We
19.
have,
STR1. Deal. I don't have enough energy to play this card. Brutalizing Strike. End turn.
Okay.
Brutalizing Strike. End turn. Enemy turn. End turn. Enemy playing card. Siphon Hatred. You take 5
So,
damage.
we're looking
Vile Warding.
good.
Enemy gains Magic Ward Enchantment. Enemy gains Divine
We
Ward
have
Enchantment.
the
Your turn.
Rage Forge. We're definitely
End
just going to focus here on adaptations.
Cleaving card. Upgrades plus 15. STR2. Deal star 21 star damage. Attack again for each adaptation. 0 Steel Strikes. Upgrades plus 4. STR1. Deal star 5 star damage. On hit. Gain STR for each adaptation. 0 melee action. Uncommon. Red. Tooltips. Adapt. 0 Steel Evolution. STR2. Adapt all cards. If those
Okay,
cards are
this
in your
is
hand,
good. This
adapt
is
them
gonna
again
happen.
action. Rare.
This
Red.
is going to make it happen. Okay, we don't have energy. Let's move on to
Web. Adapted Runehammer with charged. You gained 1 anger stacks. Adapted Adaptive Edge with fluid. You gained 1 anger stacks. Adapted Coiled Strike with fluid. You gained 1 anger stacks. Adapted Cleaving Card with fluid. You gained 1 anger stacks. Adapted Steel Strikes with plated. You gained 1 anger stacks. Adapted Runehammer with tempered. You gained 1 anger stacks. Adapted Runehammer with shard. You gained 1 anger stacks. Adapted Brutalizing Strike with Magivane.
Okay.
You gained 1 anger
Dropping
stacks.
a little
Adapted
bit of
Bonus Week with
Divine
plated. You gained 1
Magic.
anger
You took
stacks.
5
Adapted
points of
Runehammer with
damage.
blessed.
That's
You gained 1
nothing.
anger stacks. Adapted Cleaving Card with twinned. You gained 1 anger stacks. Adapted Steel Strikes with frenzied. You gained 1 anger stacks. Adapted Runehammer with draining. You gained 1 anger stacks.
We need to definitely use this. This is going to give us the adaptations we need. See, that card is just magic. Let's give that card a
Adapted Steels. Weapon Sense.
double
STR1.
cha-ching
Make
on
Adapted
that.
Steel Strikes.
Absolutely
Upgrades plus 8.
amazing.
STR1. Plated. Frenzied. Deal star 9 star damage. On hit. Gain STR for
beat
each
this
adaptation.
creature,
2 melee
all we
action.
need to do
Uncommon.
is keep
Red.
using
Tooltips.
that card.
Adapt. Enemy takes 22 damage 90 left. You gain 22 armor stats.
Second.
Furiated to your deck.
Let's try for all that conversation. I drank a lot of coffee today, but I don't really feel awake. What I'm really missing is my Diet Pepsi. I'm out of Diet Pepsi. And Diet Pepsi is it's just my absolute favorite soda.
Adapted Runehammer. Upgrades plus 43. Neutral 1. Player
Let's
enchantment.
go for
Rage
that.
Forge this combat. Gain 1 anger whenever. Adapted Runehammer. Upgrades plus 43. Neutral 1. Enemy takes 59 damage,
Really
31
cool.
left.
You got a
You deal 59
Fury. I
health.
love
Adapted Cleaving
Furies.
card with Tempered. You
That's
gain 1 anger
old
stacks.
school deck. A Fury deck. Oh my god. I used to love a Fury deck. When it worked, oh
Player
my
enchantment.
god.
Rage Forge this combat.
Your
Weapon set.
character,
Adapted
warrior,
Cleaving card. End turn.
specifically was so OP. Or your hunter.
Show deck. Cards
I
currently in
just
deck 9.
love
Player
those
health 125.
OP
Show deck.
Fury
Cards
decks.
currently in
They
deck
need to
9.
bring back a
End turn.
different Fury card.
Adapted Cleaving
Like
card.
IMO
Upgrade.
8,
End turn.
I'd
Show
love
deck.
to see different
Cards player
types
health
of Fury,
125.
like a
Show
lightning
character sheet.
Fury, a fire
Player
Fury,
energy. STR.
a
1.
poison Fury, an adaptation Fury. There's no reason why just a single card can't have variations of it. Do we have enough energy? Yeah, he's on one. This creature's so dead. Adaptation Warriors are so OP. They're so broken.
Show character sheet. Player health 100. Show deck. Card. End turn. Enemy turn. End turn. Enemy playing cards. Mocking Strike.
I
You
only
block the
have
damage.
one.
Vile Warding.
Jeez.
Enemy gains melee ward enchantment. Enemy gains range ward enchantment.
One of the
Your turn.
things about Dawncaster is
End
you
turn.
just can't use any card you want. You have to have the energy to
Blood
use
Quench.
it. And
Life 1.
each
Draw a card.
turn,
If it can be
there's so
adapted,
many
add the draining
different
adaptation
ways
action.
to
Uncommon.
produce
Red.
energy.
Tooltips. Adapt. You take
And
1 damage. Adapted
efficient
edge with
at
draining.
it,
You gain
have
1 anger
all the
stacks.
energy you need. But it
Adapted
doesn't mean you
Runehammer.
have
Upgrades plus
endless
42.
energy.
Neutral 1.
Using
Melee
your
Mastery.
abilities,
STR 1.
using
Choose a
your
melee action from your deck.
attacks, using your
This turn,
cards,
whenever you make a
in
basic
most
attack, play a copy of the chosen
situations,
card
it's going
instead.
to
Fury.
cost you
Gain 1 anger,
energy.
take 1 damage,
And
draw a
you're
card,
gonna need to
conjuration. Common.
replace that
Red. You gain
energy.
1 anger stacks.
And
You
that
take 1
gives
damage.
your enemy time to
Pull
recover
from fire.
counter
STR 1.
strike.
Draw a card. If it's a melee action, add an adaptation slot action. End turn. Adapted edge.
That's
Upgrades plus
standard.
25. STR 1. Blessed. Fluid. Draining. Deal star 30 star damage. On hit. Adapt this. Life drain melee action. Rare. Red. Tooltips. Life drain. Cards with life drain restore health. Health. Equal to the damage they deal. Adapt. 3/5. Cards with available adaptation slots can
We
be
should
adapted
be
to gain
able
additional
to
effects when
break
played.
through
These effects range from
defense
additional
with this
damage to a
attack.
unique bonus whenever the attack hits your foe. Blessed. On hit. Gain holy. Fluid. On hit. Draw a card. Draining. On hit. Requires the attack to have hit the target and dealt damage. Melee Mastery. STR 1. Adapted Runehammer. Upgrades plus 4. Adapted Coiled Strike. Upgrades plus 15. End turn. Adapted Coiled Strike. Upgrades plus 15. STR 1. Fluid. Deal star 18 star damage. Start of turn. Adapt this. Adapted Runehammer. Upgrades plus 40. Enemy has blocked this attack. You gained 1 chain stacks.
That card's so broken.
Adapted edge. Upgrades plus 25. STR 1. Enemy has blocked this attack. Master of Crafts. STR 1. Delve in adaptation. And select card. Draining. Life drain adaptation. Common. Aqua. Tooltips. Life drain. Cards with life drain restore health. Health. Equal to the charged. On hit. Gain 1 case. Chain adaptation.
Adaptation
Common. Blue.
cards
Tooltips. On hit.
with
Requires the attack to
drain
have hit the target
is
and dealt damage. Haste.
just
Blessing.
so
Reduce the cost of the next
broken.
drawn card by 1 energy. Then decrease haste by 1. Fluid. On hit. Draw a card adaptation. Common. Purple. Fluid.
Okay,
On hit.
you blocked
Charged.
that.
On hit.
Okay.
Gain 1 case.
Okay, you should
Chain
be able to
adaptation.
block it,
Common.
'cause
Blue.
my-
Tooltips. On hit.
my
Require
range
adapted coiled
would
strike
be
with
high
charge.
enough
You gained
to
1 anger
overcome.
stacks. End turn. Adapted coiled strike. Upgrades plus 15. STR 1. Fluid. Charged. Deal star 18 star. I don't have enough energy to play this card. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy playing card. Siphon Hatred. You take 5 damage. Vile Warding. Enemy gains Magic Ward Enchantment. Enemy gains Divine Ward Enchantment. Your turn. Adapted Coiled Strike with Lethal. You gained 1 anger stacks. Adapted Coiled Strike. Upgrades plus Surge of Strength.
I like
Gain SDR and 1
these.
health. You heal 1
I
health.
use it
Adapted
sometimes.
Brutalizing Strike. Upgrades plus 14. Neutral 2. Magibane. Deal star 26 star damage. Cost
Oh, that
Weapon
draws
Sense.
a card.
Adapted Brutalizing
I've
Weapon
never-
Sense.
Fluid must be
STR 1.
new.
Enemy takes 21
I've
damage,
not
10 left.
seen
Adapted Runehammer with Blessed. You gained 1 anger stacks.
I like
You gain
that.
25 Fata Shirts. You gain Adaptive Stance Enchantment.
I'm gonna use chain.
Adapted Brutalizing Strike. Upgrades plus 14. Adapted Coiled Strike. Upgrade. Enemy takes 84 damage minus 74 left. Victory. Next. Next. Settings. Next. Player gold 302. Player gold 302. Next.
Okay.
Settings. Next. You gain 13 gold. Select a card to add to your deck. Skippable. Skip rewards.
Let's turn on Weapon Sense. Oh, we got another achievement. I really want to see those achievements put into a log. That would be amazing.
Riot Shield. Neutral 2. Activate to gain 6 armor. Can be used any number of times per turn. 3 durability equipment. Rare. Brown. Tooltips. Unique. You can only play one card with this name for combat. All enchantments are unique. Durability. The number of times equipment can be activated before it's depleted for the remainder of combat. Equipment. Equipments can be activated to gain their effect once per round. Once their durability runs out, they are removed for the remainder of the combat.
I'm building up my gold because I really
Steel
want
Strikes.
to pay for
STR1. Deal 1
I
damage.
don't
On hit.
think we
Gain SDR for
need
each
it.
adaptation. 0 melee action.
On this
Uncommon.
difficulty
Red.
level,
Tooltip.
which is the
Adapt.
primary
0/2.
difficulty
Cards with
level,
available
we
adaptation.
don't
Brutalizing
need that
Strike.
much power
Neutral
to
3.
beat the
Add
last
Riot Shield to
boss.
deck.
For the most part, unless you unlock the special bosses, the primary bosses are super weak. I strongly encourage you to unlock
Brutalizing.
the special
Steel Strike.
bosses. They're
Riot Shield.
fun.
Neutral 2. Activate to gain 6 armor. Can be used any number of times per turn. 3 durability equipment. Rare. Brown. Tooltips. Unique. You can only play one card with this name for combat. All enchantments are unique. Durability. The number of times equipment can be activated before it's depleted for the remainder of combat. Equipment. Equipments can be activated to gain their effect once per round. Once their durability runs out, they are removed for the remainder of the combat.
This is new. I've never heard of the Riot Shield before. I could be wrong. I'd like Riot Shield, but I don't know
Skip
if that's
rewards.
what I want to really work with. Let's
Aisle
heal
for the
it
statue
again
pauses. Aisle for the
and really think
statue
about if
pauses.
we want to
Reaching for
add
one of the
it
cracks
to
on
it
its
yet.
shoulder. Sickly fleshy ichor pouring from the wound as it narrows its burning eyes. Continue. I'll fine. I see Mother's fury still burns inside of you. I'll find you once you've unleashed some of that temper on my guest. The statue snarls, then lifts up into the air and vanishes into the dark canopy above.
This looks like a great card to just have on the field. If you're about to get hit really hard,
Vulgar. Who was that?
you can activate Riot Shield.
Teresa.
But
Who was
this
that?
sounds like a very
Lead.
beginner card.
Teresa.
And it doesn't
Vulgar.
really
Who was
fit
that?
into our
Vulgar
deck
Blightbane.
because
Vulgar
we're
rubs his
running
bearded chin
an
and looks up.
adaptation
Ilther,
deck.
or at least an image in his liking.
So,
A mythical
none of
figure,
these
and according to
cards are
legend,
really
the first
needed,
angel to
so
abandon heaven and seek a life
let's
amongst
go
mortals.
ahead and skip.
Continue. Vulgar Blightbane, but I very much doubt it was him we truly met. That wound, it was bleeding the ichor of corruption, a most troubling substance. Warrior, but whoever it is, I doubt we've seen the last of him.
That just sounds absolutely
Continue.
horror.
Continue.
Like horrible.
Exploration. Use weapon power versatile weapon. Use weapon power versatile weapon. Activate to add a permanent adaptation slot to any melee card in your deck. Cards can hold up to 5 adaptation slots. Show deck. Use weapon power versatile weapon. Activate to add a. I can use this power again after one
Statue
battles.
of Flies, even more horrific.
Blackroot Dryad, the thorniest flower in the garden. Opportunity treasure. Trap campsite. A brief respite from the perils of adventure. Opportunity treasure. Traps or treachery await opportunities to disappear if not chosen.
Oh boy. Yep. Okay, we need one more battle and then we can add a permanent slot.
Campsite. A brief respite from the opportunity treasure. Traps or treachery. The stew you find yourself before roaring bonfire. Skulls and bones charring the unnatural heat. A cast iron pot hangs above the fire, illuminating a bubbling stew. A bone snaps, cracking like rotten wood in the flames.
Now keep in mind, it doesn't
Inspect
mean
the
it's
stew.
always going to be a good thing that happens, but in my opinion,
Kick the pot over.
the thousands
Sample the
of
stew.
times I've looked
Lead.
into
Sample this. Kick the pot
event
over.
of
The
opportunities
stew as the
and
steaming pot
treasures,
tumbles onto the floor.
I've
It reveals its
benefited
grimy
more
content. Half
than
burnt
I've been
bones, ice,
disappointed.
and other indiscernible
So,
meats blend together into the
my
foam. Deep orange
opinion
brew.
is check them out. I really think Opportunities and Treasures needs a rework.
Continue.
IMO number
Teresa
8.
Black Brew Bah. Such a
I'd
waste.
love to
Though it did
see
need more cayenne peppers.
more
Ellipsis.
original or different opportunities and treasures. They're a little limited. They're a little limited in their scope. I'd like to see more. Okay, stew we're not eating. Yeah, we're not eating a deep orange brew. That sounds disgusting. I have an IMO number 9. It would be so cool if we could date, depending on if you're male or female, who you want to date, or whatever you want to do. Female, female, male, male. It doesn't matter to me. I would love to see a way
Lead.
for there's like a little dating simulator built into
Teresa Blackbrood Bob.
Dawncaster.
Such a waste.
So
Oh,
if
it didn't
you
need
like
more lead.
Teresa,
Exploration.
she could become
Use weapon
like
power.
your
Use weapon
spouse.
power. Versatile weapon
Or if
activate
you
to add a
like,
permanent adaptation slot to any melee. I can use this power again
one of
after
the
one
other
that. Opportunity treasure.
characters, like
Traps or
a
trap.
paladin,
Opportunity treasure.
you could
Blackroot dryad, the
become
thorniest
like
flower
her
in the garden.
husband. It'd be really, really cool if you could pick somebody to be like
Opportunity
your
treasure.
companion
Opportunity
or
treasure.
spouse
Traps or treachery.
or
Circle of
partner.
candles. You spot a
That'd be
strange circle.
really
Circle of
cool.
circle of
And
candles.
you
You
can
spot a
give
strange
them
circle on the ground.
rewards to
The glowing
build your
symbols are surrounded by
reputation
candles.
with
All
that.
but one flickering ominously. Ellipsis.
I'd love to see that because a lot of the things Dawncaster doesn't need any help with story, strategy, gameplay, content. What it needs help with is the side stuff, the fun stuff, the extra things that makes role-playing games so amazing. Let's go ahead and leave. Okay, we got lots of opportunities. Let's catch all those opportunities if we can.
Light the fifth candle. Destroy the circle.
Okay,
Circle
so
of candles. You spot a
this
strange.
is
Light
a
the fifth
very
candle.
important
Circle of
part
candles. The
the
circle glows
game.
briefly
These
before
are
it starts to swirl.
opportunities
Moments later, a portal
to
flashes
fight
before your eyes.
extra
Before a large veiler
strong
emerges. One flaming claw at a time.
monsters and bosses. So if you're strong enough, near the end of the game is a great time to kill off some extra monsters. To me, it's a great way to level up. It's a great way to get extra treasure, and it's really good to do. And I love it when I've got a good build going because then I can take on all the monsters that are usually very annoying. For the most part, if you're not strong enough, you're skipping these fights. This time we're going to light the fifth candle, piss off this demon, and take it on.
Continue. Circle of candles. The circle. Continue. Continue. Summon Valor Aethys. It has been a while. The demon growls as it takes a deep, sulphurous breath. And it seems I have you to thank.
Valor
Warrior, allow
is
me to bestow
very
my blessing on you
large.
in exchange for my freedom in your realm.
Trust me, there's no way you could take on a Baylor,
Accept the offer.
even in a fantasy
Refuse the offer.
world. That's like on a level that's so freaking powerful. I mean,
Refuse the
Pierce
offer.
Jordan maybe can kill
Accept
a
the offer.
Baylor, but you, no. You know, those creatures are. I mean, if you're
Summon
you
Valor.
know,
Accept the offer. Refuse the offer.
the
Summon Valor. The
wizard
Valor's eyes go
from
wide.
the
Its ember
Lord
eyes
of
flaring
the
up for a
Rings,
moment,
yeah,
then
you
return
can
to the
take on a
softly burning
Baylor,
glow.
but for the
Very
most
well,
part,
mortal. If you do
you
not
have
require
no
my considerable
shot
favor,
in
be on your way.
hell.
I am sure someone will take me up on my offer. Ellipsis. Fight. I won't give you the
Let's
chance.
go continue.
Lead. Fight. I won't give you the chance. Enemy gains summoned enchantment. Enemy gains infused enchantment. Enemy gains spellproof enchantment. Enemy gains one ward stack. Adapted Runehammer with tempered. Your turn. End turn.
We
Fetch
can
weapon.
take his
STR1.
blessing.
Draw a basic attack from your deck. Master of
But
Crafts.
we don't have to.
STR1.
We can also
Fetch weapon.
just fight him.
STR1. Draw a basic attack from your Master. Select card. Runehammer. Upgrades plus 42. Neutral 1. Deal. Runehammer. Upgrades plus 43. Neutral 1. Runehammer. Upgrades plus 37. Neutral 1. Deal star 40 star damage. On hit. Adapt a card in your hand. Melee basic attack. Common. Brown. Tooltips. Adapt. 0/2. Cards with Runehammer. Runehammer. Upgrades plus 37. Neutral. Master Runehammer upgraded. Master of Crafts. STR1. Delve in adaptation. Adapt all cards in hand with the chosen adaptation action. Uncommon.
Alright.
Red. Tooltips. Delve. Pull from fire.
We can fight
STR1.
it.
Draw a card.
Okay.
If it's a melee action. Melee mastery.
Again, it's been a while since
STR1.
I've
Choose a
played.
melee action from your deck.
Let's
This
fight
turn,
him.
whenever you make a adapted Runehammer. Upgrades plus 44. Neutral 1. Temper. Runehammer. Upgrades plus 40. Enemy enchantment. Runehammer. Adapted. Melee. Pull from fire. STR1. Master of Crafts. STR1. Delve in adaptation. Adapt all cards in hand with the chosen adaptation action. Uncommon. Red. Tooltip. Pull from fire.
Let's start off
STR1.
with
Draw a
fetch
card.
weapon.
If it's a melee action, add an adaptation slot action. Common. Melee mastery. Melee mastery. STR1. Choose a melee action from your deck. This turn, whenever you make a adapted Runehammer. Upgrades plus 44. Neutral 1. Enemy takes 47 damage. 619 left.
I try
Adapted
to
Runehammer with
upgrade my
Magivane.
weaker weapons first.
Melee mastery. STR1. Master of Crafts. End turn. Show deck. Cards. Player health 119. Show character sheet. Player energy. Show character sheet. Player health 100. Show deck. Card. End turn. End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy gained 1 ward stacks. Enemy playing cards. Abyssal Contempt. You gained 1 Bane stacks. Onslaught. You take 6 damage. Your turn. End turn. Coiled Strike. Upgrades plus 15. STR1. Deal star 18 star damage. Start of turn. Adapt this. Persistent melee action. Uncommon. Red.
Ooh, he's got a
Runehammer.
lot of health.
Upgrades
He's
plus
a
42.
big
Neutral
boy.
1. Deal star 45 star damage. On hit. Adapt. Steel strikes. Upgrades plus 8. STR1. Deal star 9 star damage. On hit. Gain STR for each adaptation. 0 melee action. On Runehammer. Upgrade. Enemy takes 45 damage. 574 left. Adapted steel strikes with fluid. Brutalizing Strike. Upgrades plus 14. Neutral 3. Deal star 26 star damage. Cost neutral less for each adaptation. 0 melee action. Common. Red. Tooltips. Adapt. 0/5. Cards with available adaptations. Adapted Steel. Brutalizing Strike. Upgrades plus 14. Neutral 3. I don't have enough energy to play this card. Cleaving card. Upgrades plus 15. STR2. Deal star 21 star damage. Player Affliction. Bane 1 stacks whenever you gain an affliction. Gain an additional stack for each point of Bane. Cleaving card. Brutalizing Strike. Adapted Steel Strikes. Coiled Strike. End turn. Show deck. Player Health 1. Show Character Sheet. Player Energy. STR2. Show Character Sheet. Player Health 113.
Yeah, he's still got way
Show deck.
too much health.
Cards currently in deck 7. End turn.
Fast.
Coiled Strike. Upgrades plus 15. STR1. Deal star 18 star damage. Start of turn. Adapt this. Persistent melee action. Uncommon. Enemy takes 18 damage 556 left. Adapted Steel Strikes. Upgrades plus 10. STR1. Fluid. Deal star 11 star damage. On hit. Gain STR for each end turn. Enemy turn. Enemy gained 1 ward stacks. Enemy playing cards. Wing Buffet. You take 6 damage. You gain 7 stagger stacks. Abyssal Contempt. You gained 1 Bane stacks. Your turn. You take 4 damage. End turn.
We have 2 energy. But we're not going to have enough damage in time to kill him. He'll just leave. Be pissed off.
Steel Evolution. STR2. Adapt all cards. If those cards are in your hand, adapt them again action. Rare. Red. Bonus. Adapted Runehammer with Tempered. Adapted Bonus Weak with Plated. Adapted Adaptive Edge with Fluid. Adapted Runehammer with Twinned. Adapted Runehammer with Blessed. Adapted Runehammer with Tempered. Adapted Coiled Strike with Shard. Adapted Steel Strikes with Lethal. Adapted Brutalizing Strike with Fluid. Adapted Cleaving Card with Tempered. Adapted Bonus Weak with Shard. Adapted Adaptive Edge with Blonde. Direct Rage Forge.
Yeah,
STR1. This combat. Gain 1 anger whenever you gain Rage Forge enchantment.
You know, unless I'm strong enough, what I should do in this is
Adapted
take
Adaptive
his
Edge.
blessing.
Upgrades plus 25.
Demonic
STR1.
blessing,
Fluid. Blonde.
because
Enemy takes 28
it's gonna
damage
be a
528 left. Adapted
Because
Adaptive Edge with
I
Tempered.
never
You gained 1
quite
anger
have
stacks.
the power to kill him.
Adapted Runehammer.
Those been
Upgrades
some
plus 40. I don't have enough
runs
energy to
where I
play this
was
card.
showing
Player
you.
enchantment. Rage Forge this combat. Surge of Adapted Bonus Weak. Surge of Strength. You heal 1 health. Adapted Runehammer. Upgrades plus 40. Adapted Bonus Weak. End turn. Adapted Bonus Weak. Bonus. Upgrades plus 19. STR1. Plated. Sharp. Enemy takes 28 damage 500 left. You gain 28 armor stacks.
Okay.
End turn. Enemy turn. Enemy gained 1 ward stacks.
I
Enemy
really
playing cards.
love
Onslaught.
Rage
You block the damage. Onslaught. You take 2 damage. Victory. Next. Next. Settings. Show Character Sheet. Player Health 102. Show Deck. Cards currently in Deck 19. Player Gold 315. Next. Settings. Settings. Next.
I like that one. That one
Exploration.
gives you armor.
Use weapon power versatile. Use
See, I
weapon power
really
versatile
like
weapon
the
activate to add a
variety.
permanent adaptation slot to any melee card in your deck.
The
Cards can hold up to 5 adaptation slots.
deck is so fun to play.
Use weapon power versatile weapon active. I can use this power again after 1 battles. Shrine A strange statue stands out from its surroundings. Blackroot Hadavine Razor Sharp Thorns
Yeah,
Merchant have a look at our wares. Friend.
But I don't know if we get anything unless you kill him.
Blackroot Shrine A strange statue stands out from its surroundings. Shrine of Trickery A strange examine the shrine. Transform a card. Lead. Transform a lead. Exploration. Use weapon power versatile weapon act. Use weapon power versatile weapon. Blackroot Hadavine mini boss fundaments or opportunity treasure. Traps or treachery await opportunities disappear if not chosen.
See, you don't really get any rewards. I think the best thing for that guy is to take his enchantment.
Mini boss fundament. Opportunity treasure. Traps or treachery await opportunities disappear if not. Infernal racket hey you a shrill voice calls out from the darkness. You it adds as a plump imp flutters into view. Quickly followed by a
So you can
second one.
actually buy
Slapping
a
2 large bones
card.
together with each word. Are you a hero?
Let's get the shrine out of the way. See, all of our shrines are totally dysfunctional.
Why are you asking? I suppose I am none of your business. Leave me be, demons. Leave me be, demons. Infernal racket wait the imp narrows its tiny coal eyes, prodding you inquisitive none of your
A
business.
mini boss
I lost
come
my,
up. So
lead, walk off.
typically in an
Walk off.
adventure,
I lost my,
you're going to get a
co-inverse
mini
lead,
boss
walk off.
or 2.
Use weapon power versatile weapon. Use weapon power versatile weapon activate to add a permanent adaptation slot to any melee. Blackroot giant bone and stone. Vine. Merchant have a look at our wares. Mini boss fundaments are more mushroom than man. Merchant, have a look at our wares.
So
Friend.
there's a lot of tricks, traps, and gotchas. With typical
0.
roguelikes,
Cost 1
there's
Fatisher
always
refresh stock.
gotchas. So
Deflect cost 10.
I'm
Discard
not
a card and gain
gonna
resilience
spoil
equal to its
some of
cost.
these things for
Charges
you, but
4/4
you'll learn how
action.
to deal
Deflect
with
cost
it
10.
on your own.
Discard a card and gain resilience equal to its cost. Charges 4/4 action. Common. Green. Tooltips. Charges. Cards with charges can be played X number of times per combat before they become depleted and are removed from combat. Discard. Removes a card from the hand. Resilience. Blessing. When dealt damage, take 1 less damage per stack of resilience, then lower your resilience by 1. Avenging Strike costs 10. Take 3 damage, play a basic attack from your discard pile action.
We're going to
Common.
deal with
Red.
that mushroom, but I want to make sure we visited all the shops, got everything done before we start dealing with bosses. Let's go to the merchant, see if he has anything interesting.
Kitchen raid costs 10. STR1. Create an ingredient. Frenzy. Create 2 more action. Common. Red. Reprisal costs 10. STR1. Deal 3 damage at any damage you took since your last turn. 0 melee action. Common. Red.
I love to play a resilience deck. It just seems like it'd be a exercise in punishment. And that's a discard deck. I find them fun.
Dual Mastery costs 40. STR2. This combat. Inflict a deep wound for every 5 basic attacks you make. Enchantment. Rare. Red. Tooltips. Unique. You can only play 1 card with this name per combat. All enchantments are unique. Deep wound. Your foe gains 1 bleeding for each deep wound at the start of its turn. A target who sustains 5 or more deep wounds is instantly slain.
If you've not seen me play my Master Chef deck, my Warrior Master Chef, my Sous Chef Warrior deck, one of my favorite gameplays are food decks. So Reprisal is like a Revenge Warriors deck.
Cleaving card costs 40. STR2. Deal 6 damage. Attack again for each adaptation. 0 melee action. Rare. Red. Tooltips. Adapt. 0/2. Cards with available adaptation slots can be adapted to gain additional effects when played. These effects range from additional damage to a unique bonus whenever the attack hits your foe. Bolstered Strike costs 10. Int STR1. Deal 4 damage on hit. Conjure a free bash melee action. Common. Purple. Tooltips. On hit. Requires the attack to have hit the target. And dealt damage. Bash. Deal damage equal to your armor. My. Status. Armor. Dot critical hit and interrupt if you are fortified.
It's super hard to create a perfect deep wounds deck. It's always going to have some pretty significant weaknesses.
Dark Renewal costs 20. Int STR1. Destroy a card. Then add a base copy of that card to your deck. Charges 1/1. Defiled. Cursed Corruption action. Uncommon. Purple. Tooltips. Defiled. Defiled cards convert the energy spent into void. Defiled. Energy. Reducing your maximum energy by 1. After 8 energy is turned to void energy. Ascend into a demon form. Cursed. Cursed cards can't be transmuted or removed from your deck. Charges. Cards with charges can be played X number of times per combat before they become depleted and are removed from combat.
Bolster is a really old-fashioned card. That's an OG deck. I'd like to see more cards to benefit old mechanics. Obviously, the dev's going to want to promote new card builds and new card effects, but I still want to have some old school cards.
Dull Hammer costs 10. Dex STR1. Deal 3 damage rebound. 0/30. Transform into Transfer. The Thundering Might. Heavy melee artifact. Common. Orange. Tooltips. Heavy. Heavy cards do not get reshuffled after your deck reaches 0 cards. Rebound. Rebound counts the number of times you played the card and triggers its special effect when it reaches its rebound number.
Curse cards are horrible. I hate them, but if you're on a higher level, a genius level, once you get knowledgeable about how to play certain decks, these cards are awesome.
0. Costs 1 Fatisher refresh stock.
When you're new, these cards are dangerous.
You lose 1 Fatisher. Julius, I'll show you the special stock. Close Merchant costs 1 Fatisher. Stormbrink, Reef, Arcane, Flash, Reef, Astonish, Switz, Sift, Steady Ground costs 10. STR1. Gain 3 armor. Your next action this turn inflicts a critical hit action. Common. Red. Tooltips. Critical hit. Critical hits deal double damage. Armor. When dealt damage, take 1 less damage per stack of armor.
Rebounds,
armor fades at the start of the turn.
Really hard. Not something you want to try when you're new. You're going to want to practice with those. Again, throwaway decks. What I mean, what is a throwaway deck? That's a deck that you don't care about. Just put weird cards in it and see which ones you like. It's like throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing if it sticks. Let's refresh stock. All right, Julius.
Sift the Sands costs 10.
This is
STR1.
another
Shuffle a card with
steady
control your deck.
strike.
Then draw 2 cards
Steady
action.
hit, whatever.
Common. Red.
This is another OG card. Not necessary. Too slow. Again, these are cards that probably should be discounted because why would you put a card in your deck to give your next attack a crit when usually most of your deck is set up so that your crits happen automatically due to enchantments or other effects. So for the most part, you don't
Strike cost
want to
10.
waste
Deal 3
space
damage.
in your deck
Return this
with
to your
a
hand
card
after entering a
that's
stance
gonna
melee
make
action.
your next
Common. Red.
possible card use a crit. Just make sure your cards crit, or make sure your cards do enough damage that crits are not necessary. You don't want to rely on chance when you could just make sure you do enough damage that chance isn't taken into.
Stone Shape costs 10. STR1. Gain armor equal to your foe's stagger. 0 enter stone stance action. Common. Red. Tooltips. Armor. When dealt damage, take 1 less damage per stack of armor. Armor fades at the start of the turn. Stagger. Affliction. At the start of your turn, take damage equal to half your stagger. Then reduce your stagger by an equal amount. Stone stance. Whenever you gain armor, gain 1 more. You are immune to bleeding.
Certain effects are activated. I've never found them to be particularly powerful. So, reshuffling decks are pretty much low tier as far as power. Go ahead and cut here. Well, I think I should probably stop right here. Again, I could go on for hours, but I want to save more. I want to save. Sorry, it's doing its direct touch. I really want to save this gameplay for future episodes. I do know I've been on the Adaptation Warrior for almost a year, but again, I'm not in any hurry, and you shouldn't be either. Again, I just want to re-emphasize, if you like this series, like it. Every time a video gets 10 likes, I immediately do another episode. And when a video gets 20 likes, I do 3 in a row. So, if you want to see a lot of a series, liking it makes a big difference. Some of the things you can do to support the channel that don't cost anything. One of the things you can do is watch a video from beginning to end that really supports the channel. Liking a video is a huge support. Commenting on a video is a huge support. Sharing a video is a huge support. So these are the things you can do. And of course, one of the strong things you can do to help me build my channel is to subscribe, stay subscribed, and never leave the subscribe train. Stay with me all the way through membership, and we will grow this channel together. Also, these are some really important things you can do other than directly interact with my channel. You can go to the developers Discord and join. You can rate the game 5 stars in the App Store. You can purchase expansion packs like the brand new Nightmare Nexus of Nightmares coming up. Those are really cool things you can do to support Dawncaster. Also, you can watch my playlist overnight. Just make sure that your screen doesn't turn off, and make sure that your videos connect to each other so that they continuously play. And that's a huge way to build the hours that people are watching my videos. So those are cool things that you can do. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for us today, folks. We'll come back with more Dawncaster. I'm going to try to break down some of the builds with these tutorials in the future more, trying to keep them to about an hour to an hour and a half. Not too long. But again, I appreciate all of you.
Scoundrel.
My bills are paid. I can't believe it.
We finally got it done. My bills are paid.
We pay the sale bill. We pay the small bill. We pay the food bill. We pay the cable bill. We pay the Kinder bill. We pay the YouTube bill. We pay the Netflix bill. We pay the HBO Max bill.
We pay the Polo bill. We pay the Brie bill. We pay the Uber One bill. We pay the
Dentist bill.
We pay the paratransit bill. We pay the Easter bill. We pay the laundry bill.
We pay the gas bill. My bills are paid. My bills are paid. We pay those bills.
Yeah, we pay those bills.
My bills are paid. My bills are paid. We pay those bills.
Yeah, we pay those bills. Let's relax.
Do it again.
Next month.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
we'll handle it.
Next month.
My bills are